Tuesday Night Baseball now from the home of the Cardinals, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Tonight, the second of 4 to begin the week between the New York Mets and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Mets aim to notch their 7th win in a row right after this. Jack Flaherty is on the mound for the Cardinals. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
And now here is Jeff McNeil, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Now here's the first offering. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this is why we do what we do. 2 first-place teams going to go at it today. Don't know how this is going to shake out. Is this playoff baseball? Come early a little bit. Interested to see how the managers go about it. We got some stars out on the field today.
Fouled off.
Well, the key for him on the mound is to keep the ball down. Certainly, hollow of the knee or lower. Sinker changeup guy, if he's going to succeed against this lineup, he's got to keep the ball down.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. No one on with 1 down, and ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. Here's the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
You know, that's one of the things I think pitchers get a little bit frustrated with the E-train at times. It's like, hey, if you're going to give me that inside quarter, give it to me, but don't keep moving the dish around on me all game.
Nimmo with an even count of 2-2 now. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And there are 2 away now. And now a chance to meet the Mets. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me, and it's eye-popping, is the fact that this team leads the league in slugging percentage. And they do it in a variety of different ways. It's just not the long ball. Ton of guys in this lineup that can move the ball into gaps, take extra bases. Just great offensive approaches up and down. Be on the lookout for some guys looking to do some serious damage today.
Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right. Carlson gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. It's the Mets nothing, Redbirds stepping up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Marcus Stroman gets the ball for the Mets in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
So stepping in is Tommy Edman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Cardinals, the second baseman, Tommy Edman.
Now here it comes. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. McCann goes to get it, and he makes the throw to first. Edman is retired, and there's one away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt, and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Stepping in now, Dylan Carlson. As he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 5 homers and 8 runs batted in. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Hey, this guy's so aggressive, I don't think this pitch is anywhere near the zone.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Cardinals move out in front 1-0.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Batting third, not shortstop.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. Stroman has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest, because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Again, another foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
Grounded to the right. He's got it. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Batting fourth.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I love what Matt Carpenter brings to the table for this team. He's got a batting average of over 400 with runners in scoring position coming into this one. I love watching him in those situations because he gets really dialed in. Hopefully we get to see some of that today.
Into the box, Andrew Kisner, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. 2-2 to the Cardinals catcher. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a ball hit deep down the left field line, but that'll be a loud foul ball. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called 3rd strike, and the inning comes to a close. 1 for the Cardinals in the inning on the solo home run. 2nd inning coming up. It's now 1-0 St. Louis. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. He's hoping to break out of the slump he's been stuck in.
Pete Alonso.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Bader is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. That one's right down the middle for a strike with the fastball.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
2-1 the count. Into the windup and the pitch. We're in the second with the Redbirds holding a 1-0 lead. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Fouled away. The next 3-2. That's popped up. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Francisco Lindor comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. O'Neill waits on it. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Batting 7, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
Up next, J.D. Davis. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and a strike. Conforto at second with 2 down. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
The set and the 1-2 down the left field line and deep. But this will wind up being a foul ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Mets strand 1. They're down 1-0. Striding in is Tyler O'Neill. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Tyler.
Now the first pitch. And a sinker misses here. No, a called strike. I take that back. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Ball that's outside.
Popped him up. McNeil moving to his left. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting 6. The third baseman.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
He comes in at 262 on the year, 3 homers and 11 RBIs. Now a swinging bunt. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I can't blame him one bit out on the mound. I'm shocked he didn't pick up the rosin bag and see if he could get a foul ball on that one. He had to see if he would swing way outside the zone.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Set to deal on 2-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
First delivery to him. Harrison Bader is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
Hey, you want to talk about being in the zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
Reached for and popped into the air, back behind second. And McNeil will put it away to retire the side. Nothing across here this half. We played 2 full. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Mets nothing. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, James McCann.
33, James McCann.
First pitch coming, here it is.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. Now to the plate, Marcus Stroman. And now the first pitch. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. Ball 3.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow. 1 out, runner at first. And that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. From the belt, kicks and deals. He pulls this one into right. In there, a base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
So here's Brandon Nimmo as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And a terrific effort out there as he's able to chase that a long way for the second out.
The left fielder, number 2, Dominic Smith.
Now into the box, Dominic Smith trying here to plate the tying run from second. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. 2 left for the Mets. It remains 1-0. And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt.
Leading off for St. Louis, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First pitch of the AB on its way. Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. Hey. 1-2 now. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
First pitch of the AB now. Now a check swing here. Did he go around? Yes, says Freddie Ferguson down at first. Strike 1. And it's 1-1. Goldschmidt gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Down the left field line and deep, but this will wind up being a foul ball. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. A runner at first with no outs here. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1. A reminder that we've got Cardinals baseball for you all season long here on the show, as you get a look right there at where we'll be in the upcoming 7 days. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Tommy Edman. From the stretch. Ball 1.
Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And that misses 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Oh, and it's tailor-made to short, 6. Oh, but the feet of the second baseman is a wild one. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error.
Usually these guys turn that 6-4-3 double play in their sleep, but it looks like he rushed the feed just a little bit. You have to be sure to get at least 1 out. Now we'll see if the guy on the mound can pick up the defense.
At the plate now, Dylan Carlson scooped up. And a step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position. But at least he does the job and brings 1 home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
Paul DeYoung is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Popped up. And McNeil will put it away to retire the side. Cards forced to settle for 1. 3 innings complete. The Cardinals lead it 2-0. All set for the start of the 4th. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
And now the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped up. Goldschmidt has room in foul territory. 1 out.
The right fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
Now to the plate, here is Michael Conforto. He doubled his last time up.
And he's got to build off that last AB. He battled. Usually when you battle, you get in that swing mode. A lot of pitches, you'll swing at the rosin bag. I love the fact that he was able to work a double in last at bat. Let's see if we get more of the same right here.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Carpenter is there. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. It skips in, and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Swung on, but fouled off to the left.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. And there's a base hit on the line. Conforto rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate. And the deficit is down to only 1 now.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. J.D. Davis the next at bat, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Struck out in his first at bat. And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. Bader is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The catcher, number 33, James.
Next to hit, James McCann. He bounced out last time up. First delivery to him.
0-1's the count.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball called for a strike on the inside corner.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. So now into the box is Andrew Kisner, struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive.
Strike 1 to start the at bat.
それはでも引っかかってないっすよ。0時半ですな。
And he misses with it, 1-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
このピッチャー、えらい髪型が独特ですな。
Here comes the 1-2. This one's flared off to the right side. McNeil over to his left, 1 out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the left fielder.
1 man gone for the Cardinals in the 4th, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. First pitch on its way. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss.
入ってますな。
Sliders strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter. Hit down the third baseline.
これは判定間違って
He
ま
went
す
down
な。
on strikes in his first at bat. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Two balls and a strike to Matt Carpenter. 2 runs on just 1 hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get by and on through towards the wall. Legs churning, he's headed for second, and he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's set. The 0-1.
What?
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
And a slider called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. So they can't make anything out of the 2-out double. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And one thing he stressed to me was the need for them to have better at-bats when they've got runners on base. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up. So we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
さっきのカンパネルラ、めっちゃ強かったですね。さすが道化師。
First offering on its way. Liner towards second. A dive, and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single. So here's Jeff McNeil. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play.
名前がまたですね、カンパネルラっていう。届かんかった。もうちょいやったっすな。
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs. where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have.
ここで連打
Obviously
連
in
打。
May and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked
こ
in
の
from
回
day
を
one
抑
of
えん
this
と
season. It's
勝
continuing
ち投
right
手の
now.
権利もらえない
Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
干潮で地味になった。干潮で地味になった。
Ready with the 0-1. Fouled off.
カタカナで書くとなんかあれですね。
Another one sent foul.
He's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Grounded to third. This could be 2. Carpenter has it.
Double
There's 1.
play.
Relay to Goldie, and that gets him as well a double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
道化師干潮で地になった。
At the plate, Dominic Smith. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. No hits to this point.
顔になんか落書きしてましたよ。
Lifted the other way down the left field line. O'Neill waits on it. He's got it to end the inning as they'll strand the tying run in scoring position. Mets leave 1. They still trail it here 2-1.
There's a strange wind blowing. It's coming back.
Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring up the big bat of Paul Goldschmidt.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First delivery to him. Good pitch there, called a strike on the inside corner.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch-out, 1 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, Jack Flaherty. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Popped up. Lindor waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second baseman, Tommy Edman.
That brings in Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And now the first pitch. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Base hit into right center. This will kick up against the wall now.
さらにもた
Around second now and headed for third.
もたつく間にうわホーム行くホーム行くランニングホームランまさかのランニングホームランこれはまた珍しいエラーでもたつく間に走りまくってますねこの人すごいな そのままホーム。これはまたランニングホームランで。
So go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Sets the target low here and it misses 1-1. Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2. Into the windup and the pitch. Well hit the other way and it's into the gap. He's around first, heading for 2. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Ball low as he's able to lay off the slider.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
And that's low, ball 4.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Andrew Kisner. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Called strike at the letters. 0-1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2.
1-2.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
From the stretch. High in the air out to center field. Waiting on it is Nimmo. He handles it easily and the inning is over. Cards forced to settle for 1. 5 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Mets 1. So here's Pete Alonso. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot. Time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And it's fouled away. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. O'Neill waits on it. 1 out.
The right fielder, number 30, Michael Conforto.
Now to bat, Michael Conforto. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Neruチャンス。
Pulled hard, but it's fouled down the first base side. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game.
もうじきあれっすか、仮眠タイムっすか。
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning. So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. Delivered an RBI single last time up. First pitch on its way. Swing and a liner. But a foul ball here. 0-1. Now the pitch.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Here comes the 1-2. Freezes him. Strikeout looking. Mets go down 1-2-3. Score holds. It's 3-1. David Peterson enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 23, David Peterson.
At the plate now is Tyler O'Neill. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Tyler.
First pitch on the way. The windup and the 0-1. And he can't get out of the way of that one. So the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Oh, and that was a big mistake right there. This guy might be their best base-stealing threat in the lineup, so now he's got a chance to move into scoring position without even putting the ball into play.
思いっきし当てられました。
Here's Matt Carpenter as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Action in the Mets bullpen now. It's both a lefty and a right-hander that start to throw. Good location on the outside corner there. 1-2.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
This would be an absolute terrible start to the inning. After drilling the first guy, you can't allow the second guy to reach base via the wall.
The 3-2 pitch. And now this is served out to left off the end of the bat. And that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. And he's safe.
ギリギリセーフ。あら、また誰か怪我してる。あら、オニールさん。あっちゃー、サード行ったはいいけど、怪我してますやん。残念。
Austin Dean will come on now and run at third base following the injury.
まさかの怪我ですな。
Now batting, center fielder, Harrison.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Left fielder looking up. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 2 for him on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
Yeah, and if you remember the previous pitch, he couldn't get around
the
the fastball. He was
真ん中でしたね。
mad at himself. Well, there's nothing to be mad about anymore, unless you're the guy standing on the mound wondering what just happened.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. Goldschmidt is certainly known in part for power at the plate, in particular in these types of matchups against a left-hander on the mound.
Yeah, because he knows that lefty can't get inside on him. What a comforting feeling you know it is as a hitter when that pitcher has nowhere to go on the inner half of the plate.
Called strike in a dangerous location there, 1-2.
He's been getting lit up all game, and there's a common denominator. He keeps missing right down the middle of the plate. Case in point with that last one.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Oh, man, when you're struggling out there on the mound, it's like adding insult to injury when you're not getting the close calls you need. That'll make you want to pull your hair out.
3-2 now.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
Another payoff pitch. And no messing with Goldschmidt there as he'll take first on ball 4.
Wow, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I know these subs have a tough job. I get it. We'll see if he gets the next borderline call or if there are any makeup calls coming up.
Joey Lucchesi takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 47, Joey Lucchesi.
変えましょうか。まあ、この人でいいでしょう。
Nolan Arenado will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 28, Nolan Arenado.
Here's the first pitch to him. Right side, hit hard. And that's through for a hit. Will hold at second, and there are two aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on that leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Tommy Edman stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Yeah,
All the makings of a big inning right here. One already left the yard, and the power hitters are coming up.
This is line to left. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
The right fielder.
Boy, D-Row, when you're starting to swing it like this team is, doesn't matter. They bring in a new relief pitcher, right? And he gets greeted with back-to-back base hits.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you want to do. In today's day and age of bullpen down your throat, you very rarely see back-to-back knocks when these guys are throwing smoke.
That's one of the keys, too. When you come in facing guys out of the bullpen, they're being taught to throw strikes early, and they're taking advantage of it. He's throwing strikes, and they're jumping all over him.
Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. And he'll take strike three called, and he needed that one badly on the mound. One away. The next to bat for St. Louis, Paul DeYoung. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
The 0-1 delivery. Fouled away. 3 runs already home here. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. The double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
From the stretch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Yadier Molina will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. First delivery to him. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Oh, and 1, here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Little chopper back to the mound. He'll come to the plate with it, and they get to force it home. Whatever works as the side is retired. Another good inning for the Cardinals as the usual sea of red love what they're seeing. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Austin Dean will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Yadier Molina will stay in the ballgame, taking over the catching duties behind the plate.
Now catching, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Ryan Helsley is into the ballgame now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. New inning set to get underway, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis.
The third baseman, J.D. Davis.
First pitch on the way. Popped up. Edman calls for it. One down.
The catcher, number 33, James McCann.
Next to hit is James McCann. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch on its way.
Nope. Catch inside.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 1-1 pitch. It's the outside corner for the second strike. 1 run, 6 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. 2-2 to the Mets catcher.
2-2 count.
The 2-2. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Luis Guillorme will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 13, Luis Guillorme.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
2 out, nobody on. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Carlson is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Down in order go the Mets. They trail 6-1. Dylan Betances will take over on the mound to start the bottom of the 7th.
Number 68, Dylan Betances.
Into the box, Austin Dean. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. He's set, and the pitch.
Ball in.
The 1-0 is taken for ball 2. Dean stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He was a 4th-round selection during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Hey, nothing has been handed to this guy. Drafted in the middle rounds, and he has found his way in the big leagues. This has turned out to be a really nice pick.
3-1 to the Cardinals left fielder.
Now this is a leadoff at bat. Great patience, and he's just waiting for that pitch. That's too good to pass up.
Fastball in there, 3-2.
We got full count.
Oh, and the slurve is over for strike 3 called. 1 gone. Next, it'll be Matt Carpenter. Previous history against Dylan Betances. He's 1 for 2.
Carpenter.
Now the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. In there, 2-2.
He must know something we don't know. That was a center cut heater with count leverage in a big spot. I don't understand why he's taking.
Full count now, 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And he strikes him out as well. So 2 punch-outs to begin the outing out of the pen. Next up, Harrison Bader trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In there, strike 1.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Behind 0-2 now. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. He's 2 for 3 thus far. First pitch on its way. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter.
I know to the fans that probably looked like something good to hit, but unless you're sitting breaking ball right there, I don't care if it's middle of the plate. That's a tough pitch to pull the trigger on.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. The 2-1 is a fastball that misses. Brandon Nimmo waits on deck. A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Dean arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
The center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And the pitch.
No, that's ball.
One out, nobody on. Fouled off. The 1-1. Again, he sends it out of play. Here he comes again, 1-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
Now another 2-2. Lifted the other way out to left center. Dean will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Mets, the left fielder, Dominic.
Next for the Mets,
Smith.
Dominic Smith. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Trevor May is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
For the New York Mets, number 65, Trevor.
So now here is Paul Goldschmidt. It was a walk in his last trip.
Leading up for St. Louis, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
First offering on its way. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Dero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else but on that bump right now. This has the makings of being a long game.
Here comes the 1-2.
That's ball 2.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the payoff pitch home. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th. John Nagowski will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. From the belt, the pitch. The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2. Goldschmidt on at first, nobody out. Strike called, 2-1. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Now the 2-1 pitch.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is one pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually
19.
Easier said than done.
Baseman,
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Tommy Edman. He went deep earlier and he's 2 for 4 to this point. He's set. Here it comes.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
1-1.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
Here comes the 1-2. Is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
Dylan Carlson is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Count is 1-2.
From the belt, the pitch. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight. Now at the plate, here is Paul DeYoung. His career numbers against this pitcher, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Edmundo Sosa will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on and 2 out here. Now here's the first offering. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1. The average for him at 267 on the year. No home runs as of yet, and 3 driven in. The 0-1 on its way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 men are on with 2 men out. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, it's looking like he may be able to get out of this one after giving up 2 singles early.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
The 2-2 gets him looking up around the letters. Edmundo Sosa will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
This change for the Cardinals. Now playing shortstop, number 63, Edmundo Sosa.
John Gant comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Gant.
All set to start the ninth in this one. And next will be the imposing power bat, Pete Alonso. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Down the third baseline. Taken in by Carpenter. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. So next to bat will be Michael Conforto. Prior history in this matchup, he's 0 for 4. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
So here's Francisco Lindor now, and it's fouled away. Gant, 28 years old. He was a 21st round pick back in 2011.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Dean is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, the third baseman, J.D. Davis.
Next up for New York, J.D. Davis. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. First delivery to him. 0-1 the count. Conforto leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And this pitch hits him, but it does so after he swings through it. A bizarre sequence there. It's 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And now this crowd, right around 34,000 fans, comes to their feet. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first will be in time to record the final out, and the Cardinals have come back to even up this 4-game series at a game apiece as this one is over. And tonight's comes to a conclusion, 6-1 the final. The St. Louis Cardinals jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jack Flaherty with his 4th win this season. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Our fun